Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Boys Do Sports. Today we got our starts and sits for Week 6. We're going to hit you with our Pick'em record recap for Week 5, where we're going to get to that during our game pick. So we can just jump straight into our quarterback start of the week. Who you got?
So, 3 of my starts this week are on your dynasty team, actually, in our league.
Got a pretty good squad.
My start for quarterback is Daniel Jones.
No fucking way.
Dude, my
I
bro
love
got
the matchup.
22 fantasy points last week without Malik Neighbors. And he's had 18 or more fantasy points in 3 out of the 5 games this year. That is more consistent than most quarterbacks. That is more consistent than Josh Allen. And the juicy matchup with the Bengals, who are allowing the 5th most fantasy points per game to quarterbacks. Daniel Jones is a go. He's going to be my DFS go-to this week.
Yeah, I also had Daniel Jones as my starter. I'm a Giants fan. You guys know this. Nobody's more critical of Daniel Jones than me. What he showed me last week with backup running back, without Malik Neighbors, man, he actually just came out there and grinded out the win against this Bengals defense, who made Jaden Daniels absolutely blossom into a star. I think he gets Daniel Jones back just on the top 10 trajectory that he was on in 2022. My only holdback is that it is on prime time, and Daniel Jones on prime time is quite the scary start. But I do like Daniel Jones' matchup this week.
Is that a Sunday night game?
Sunday Night Football.
Okay, cool. I'll get to watch it. Cool.
Yep.
Okay, my start at running back, Tony Pollard. I said start him a few weeks ago. He laid a goose egg game, but the Colts allowed the 9th most fantasy points per game to running backs, and Pollard is actually averaging 14.6 fantasy points per game and 18.5 touches per game, and has played 60% or more of the snaps in every game this season. So he's getting the usage, he's getting the passing down work, he's getting kind of everything, and he's playing more than 60% of the snaps. And I just think it'd be a good week for him. They're not getting the passing game going at all, so got to do it through the running backs.
Yeah, definitely. I was big on Tony Pollard after he got traded. Well, not even traded, just signed to the Titans. Yeah. I was like, man, I had him on my fantasy team, my dynasty team from his time with Dallas. And then I thought going to the Titans was going to help him out. It didn't seem to, but he's had a couple weeks here and there. Maybe Mason Rudolph can maybe get that offense going a little bit. My start is going to be from the same team. We're sticking with the Giants here just because I absolutely love this matchup. The Bengals defense let Chuba Hubbard run for fucking 100 and some odd yards, man. Absolutely sparked his fantasy value. So I'm going to assume whoever plays, Tyrone Tracy put up 122 against the Seahawks defense, which who thought that was going to happen? Not me. It was awesome. It doesn't matter who gets the start, but whoever is starting for the Giants, man, just go ahead and start them, bro. Devin Singletary or Tyrone Tracy, they're going to get it done.
Yes, sir. I don't know if Singletary's going to play, but either way,
yeah,
one or
he's
the
still
other.
growing questionable. I think he's probably going to get downgraded to doubtful again. So, but I think Tyrone Tracy is on trajectory to take the job anyway.
Yeah, that's probably true. He looked
he
very
runs
good.
mad.
Yeah,
and I love it. It looks like Ahmad Bradshaw back there.
Yeah, going into wide receiver, my start is Keenan Allen. Has been nothing this year so far, but now that Caleb Williams is actually starting to look better, and this offense is going to become more fantasy viable for more starters. Allen is finally fully healthy and outsnapped rookie Rome Odunze for the first time last week. And the Jaguars allow the most fantasy points per game to wide receivers, so I expect probably a good day for DJ Moore, Rome Odunze, and Keenan Allen, but I could expect Keenan Allen to have a bigger game than Rome Odunze.
Yeah, no, I can definitely see that. I'm scared of Keenan Allen just because of his pitch count that's been every game this season, minus the games he's played. But if he can get back up to being a full-time wide receiver 2 role, absolutely.
Yeah,
I'm sticking with that. Yeah, last week, yeah. So I'm sticking with that same matchup. I'm going with Brian Thomas Jr. So he's been on my sits probably twice this year just because I haven't trusted Trevor Lawrence. But it seems like Trevor Lawrence, that is his guy. After last week, absolutely exploded, had a massive week. I'm starting him probably until the end of the season, until their bye week anyway. I feel great about Brian Thomas Jr. right now. Even
Yeah,
against the Bears defense, who is pretty solid, man. Pretty good.
rest of season, Brian Thomas is a top 12, 15 wide receiver. Like, he is
there's no way you
great.
can stay on the bench, bro.
Yeah, their defense is horrible. They have to throw to keep in games. Like, Brian Thomas Jr. is getting wide receiver one work, like, more than Calvin Ridley did last year, and Christian Kirk's not really taking anything away from him. Gabe Davis isn't taking anything away from him. So
Nope.
we might get Evan Ingram back this week, but I doubt it.
Yeah,
So
I don't
we'll
think
see
it
what he
matters
does
either.
to the game. Yeah, I think he'll take more of Christian Kirk's work than he would Brian Thomas Jr. But yeah, I like Brian Thomas Jr. a lot this year. I'm starting him where I have him. But moving to tight end, Zach Ertz. A lot of people own him. Like, he's just there. I mean, you're starting your studs. I mean,
Yep.
you got to start
Have
your
to.
guys. But Baltimore allows the 7th most fantasy points per game to tight ends, and Ertz is coming off an 8-target game. And Jaden Daniels looks good throwing the ball. Like, he spreads it out, gets it around. Like, not a lot of people to throw to on that offense, but still.
Yeah, I think anybody on that Commanders offense, just because of how good it is right now, it's firing on all cylinders. Anybody on that offense is a viable option, honestly. My start going to be Tucker Kraft of the Packers. He beat out, it's not Musgrave, man, it's Tucker Kraft. Tucker Kraft absolutely exploded last week, had like 88 yards and 2 touchdowns. Week before that, he scored a touchdown. If you can get touchdowns out of your tight ends right now, that's all you can ask for, man.
Money, baby,
Tucker
money.
Kraft, bro, get him while he's still probably on waiver wire, dude. Get him. Put him in your lineup.
He's good.
So it really is,
Yeah,
bro. Musgrave
yeah.
is not the tight end one.
No, not at all. Moving on to our sits. I'll start at quarterback, and this one's a little tough. Josh Allen. He got pretty beat up last week playing the Texans, and now he's playing one of the toughest teams against quarterbacks, and he has scored less than 10 fantasy points in 2 of the last 5 weeks. And I could see him doing it again against a Jets defense that are only allowing 8.3 fantasy points per game to quarterbacks.
Yeah, I mean, I completely agree. The Jets held Sam Darnold, who's been red hot all fucking season, to 5 points. So, yeah. I also have a pretty juicy sit here. We're going to go ahead and sit Justin Herbert, man. Playing against an absolute stacked Broncos defense, this Chargers offense is probably going to have to rely on the run game. But if they don't get it going, they have to get it going through the air. I think Patrick Surtain is a lock for a pick. I don't think Justin Herbert has a blow-up week. I think the Broncos win that football game.
It's very possible. Anything can happen in a game like that. Both defenses looking pretty good. Moving on to running back, sit Rico Dowdle. Detroit is allowing the 6th least fantasy points per game to running backs, but they get beat up by the passing game quite a bit. So I figure with Rico, he just had his highest snap share of 50% on the season last week in a nasty slugfest with the Steelers. Wet game. He ran the ball a lot. But I expect the Cowboys to be really pass-heavy this week. I could see CeeDee Lamb getting 15, 16 targets, Jalen Tolbert getting about 10, Jake Ferguson getting about 8. It's going to be a big passing game. I don't see Dowdle doing much.
Yeah, honestly, that's not probably too bad of a call. I just don't know. Those Lions matchups, I feel like anytime, like they're always just like 10 to 10. So like I don't really like anybody on that offense. Like either or. What was it the last time you guys played for the number 1 seed in the NFC last season? What, like 17 to 10? Or was it even? It might have even been closer than that. I think it was like 16 to 17 because they went for 2 to try and win it.
Yeah, they went for 2 and something about the lineman being eligible or something.
Just absolutely. And then they tried to do it again. Yeah, crazy, dude.
Yeah.
My sit, I'm going to go against what I said earlier about anybody on the Commanders offense being viable. I don't really like Brian Robinson Jr. against the Ravens, dude. The Ravens defense is nasty. The Commanders offense is nasty. But I feel like the Commanders are going to get it done through Jaden Daniels running and through the pass game. I really don't see Brian Robinson Jr. getting much work outside of the red zone. Especially with Austin Eckler getting pass catches too.
Yeah, he's dealing with that knee injury that pretty much held him really limited last week in the game. but he still saved the fantasy day by scoring 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's what he does, dude. He gets
yep.
red zone work
Wasn't
so
sure,
consistently.
Wasn't sure if he was going to even play, and then all of a sudden they're like, yeah, he's good to go. Missing practice 2 days last week, and I'm like, oh gosh. And they threw him in there. I said, all right. I threw him in a couple lineups, kept him out of a couple lineups because I've got B-Rob everywhere. Yeah. And he did well. He ran like 6 rush attempts for like 12 yards and 2 touchdowns, something like that.
Yeah, not ridiculous. A whole lot of work, but every like Austin Eckler had a way better productive week.
Yeah, he would have had a third touchdown if they weren't blowing them out at the end of the game and they gave Jeremy McNichols the last goal line rush for a touchdown.
Ridiculous, man.
But wide receiver, my sit is Josh Downs. He's coming off of his 2 best games of his career with Flacco at quarterback. But Richardson is expected back this week, throwing the ball, running the ball, taking all the work. The Titans allow the least fantasy points per game to wide receivers. Not sure why. I guess they do have who'd they get from the Chiefs? Not McDuffie. Did they get McDuffie from the Chiefs?
No. Fuck. What's his name, dude? I feel like such an idiot right now.
Just blanked on it. But anyway.
Oh man.
Also, I guess Pittman's going to be out several weeks. So that's kind of crazy. I could see Josh Downs not being a great wide receiver 1. So I don't like Downs coming off the waiver this last couple weeks. I'd sit him.
L'Jarius Sneed. Sorry, that was going to bother the shit out of me. Kind of been out of the headlines since he got to the Titans. But yeah, no, absolutely. With Flacco under center, all the Colts wide receivers start.
Yeah.
Alec Pierce through the roof on his. Michael Pittman Jr. has had his best 2 weeks with Joe Flacco. Downs has been a monster. Flacco's just slinging the rock, doing the thing, running for 20 yards downfield to get the first. Whatever, dude.
Joe Flacco. We love it.
Just aging like a fine wine, dude. Just fucking so good. My wide receiver sit is going to go ahead and be Amari Cooper, man. Against the Eagles that are probably going to just get him in a boat race early. For some reason, the Browns refuse to start Jameis Winston. No idea why. Deshaun Watson looks fucking horrible. The worst quarterback in the league by far. I would take Gardner fucking Minshew, Aiden O'Connell, Bryce Young, all of those guys over Deshaun Watson right now, dude. It's ugly. But Amari Cooper I drafted high, and I regret it right now. He's had one good week, and it was against my team, of course.
Your team, yeah, of course, yeah. Yeah, no, I don't like any of these Browns players right now. Njoku,
fucking
all of them.
Horrible.
Running backs I don't like. I'm not going to like Chubb when he comes back.
I will like Chubb when he comes back.
I don't see him being the same, I don't know.
Yeah, that knee got fucking destroyed.
Yeah. But moving on, tight end. It's hard, like I said, every week, it's hard to sit a tight end, but if you have options, or if Tucker Kraft's on your waiver wire, or someone, Cole Kmet, someone like Zach Ertz on your waiver wire, Tyler Conklin, we're sitting Dallas Goedert. Like, the Browns allow the 5th lowest fantasy points per game tight ends, and A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith will both be back this week, moving Dallas Goedert back to like the 4th target for the Eagles, behind Saquon.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't like Goddard. I didn't like Goddard going into the season, but it helped him out that Brown went down week 1. And then 2 weeks ago, Devonta Smith got that concussion. Like, yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, we'll have to see. I definitely, kind of just said good luck here. There's nobody, I think if you have somebody that's playing, that's healthy,
that's your
not
starter.
on a bye, so that's who you're going to start this week. My options are Dalton Schultz and Evan Ingram in one league. I'm terrified. I don't know what I'm going to do, and I'm probably going to start Dalton Schultz for the 3rd straight week because Evan Ingram refuses to play football. So,
yeah,
not looking good for the kid.
In one of my leagues, I have Evan Ingram, Mark Andrews, picked him up off waivers. Tucker Kraft, got him off waivers. Also think I got Kyle Pitts off waivers. So,
man, people are just dropping tight ends like crazy.
Kraft is in. Well, you can only start one. Kraft is in the starting lineup. The other guys are just going to sit on my bench until they go off.
That's fair, dude.
Yeah,
get them for trade value. Yep.
Yeah.
So that's going to be our starts and sits. Let's go ahead and roll into our Week 5 Pick'em recap. I think I did a little better this week, man.
You went 8-6.
That's a little better.
Yep, I actually did really well. 10-4. Missed on that Giants game.
Sure did. Blocked field goal, baby.
Yep. It just went 10-4. Brings me to 43-35, and you to 38-40. Almost back even.
We're chipping back there. I think the only way that we can get it done is by starting off on Thursday Night Football. We're taking the Niners to beat the Seahawks, man.
Absolutely.
The Seahawks get back-to-back games at home. The Seahawks are coming off probably their worst loss of the season, bringing them down to 3-2. Yeah, give me the Niners here in a must-win NFC West matchup, bro.
Yeah, no, definitely.
And they're only 3.5-point favorites. Easy cover, dude.
Jordan
Niners
Mason's
might win by 10.
Jordan Mason, 100+ is hitting. Guarantee it.
Yeah, that's locked in.
Locked.
So our first Sunday football game, we have another early morning riser, another London matchup between the Jags and the Bears. I'm going to go ahead and take the Bears.
I went back and forth on this one, and I'm going to go Bears, but I could see the Jags winning this game. Last year, the Jags played 2 times in London. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's kind of their home stadium over there now.
I think it counts as their home games.
Yeah, we took the Jags last week just off the fact that they have to get one win sometime, and they finally did.
They did. We got it.
This Bears team is fucking hot, bro.
It's better. Yeah, it's better.
It's looking real good. I'm going to go ahead and take the Bears.
Yeah.
I don't like either of the spreads. I think it's just money line either way, dude.
Yeah.
Cardinals, Packers. This one could get chippy. Cardinals off a big win. They need one win to take the lead in the NFC West. Go ahead and give me the Cards here.
Okay. Well, at least we'll be split
and
on this
Lambeau.
one. I'm going Pack. Pack's coming back. They had a bad week last week. Comeback time.
Yeah, maybe. I don't think so. Go ahead and roll Kyler Murray, baby. This game is going to be left off the multi-view. We got Colts, Titans. Who do you got?
I'm
Titans
going Colts.
2.5-point favorites.
Yeah, I'm going Colts money line.
Dude, honestly, if Flacco plays, I would take Colts. I think I'm going to go ahead and go with the Titans. I don't... let's go Colts. Let's go ahead and go Colts. I feel like that's the safest play.
Yeah.
The Titans are ass, bro. Mason Rudolph's
not good.
I don't know what we're talking about. All right, next up we got the Texans and the Patriots. Drake May's getting his first start this week. That's exciting. But we're still going to go with the Texans, who just rolled the fucking Bills.
Yeah, no, Texans for sure. Poor Drake May. It's not a good defense to start against, honestly, but I think he'll be all right.
It's going to be tough, but he might be fun to watch. So that's all that matters. Here we go with an NFC South matchup. The Bucks versus the Saints.
Well, Saints lost Derek Carr, and they're definitely not going to win this game.
No, definitely not. I think Spencer Rattler is looking at his first start here, so that's exciting too.
That is exciting.
So we'll at least have something to watch in that game. The Bucks are only 3.5-point favorites. We're taking that.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll get to see Mike versus Marshawn Lattimore. That's always fun. That's going to be a fun one to watch on the highlight reel. I don't know if I'll have it in the multi-view, but
can't wait.
Can't
wait to see Mike Evans coming out of nowhere and just plowing over Marshawn Lattimore out of nowhere,
catching a touchdown, getting in his face, grabbing his face, bro. That's the best rivalry in sports.
I love it,
now, bro.
Love it.
It's so much fun, bro. Browns, Eagles, we kind of talked about this one a little bit. The Eagles are fucking 9-point favorites, and they might cover it, too. I'm not going to bet on that game, but if I was, I would probably take Eagles -9.
Yeah, no, the Eagles are a much better team. They're not a great team, but they're a much better team than the Browns.
Yeah, the Browns are fucking horde, so yeah, we're going to go ahead and take the Eagles there. Commanders versus the Ravens. This one, the Ravens should not be 6.5-point favorites.
No, they should be
that Commanders team is fucking
max
rolling.
2.5. But I am taking Ravens.
I'm also taking the Ravens, but give me the Commanders plus 6.5. That's an absolute lock, man. The Commanders are going to lose this game by a Justin Tucker 54-yard game winner. Guaranteed it. Lock it in right now.
Lock it in.
54 yards on the dot, by the way. That was our last noon game. Let's jump into our 3 o'clock games. We got Chargers, Broncos. And I already said who I thought was going to win this one. Let's go ahead and go with the Broncos, the underdogs here.
I'm going to go Chargers just because I think them coming off a bye will be well for them. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. Steelers, Raiders, new quarterback in Las Vegas here. We got Aiden O'Connell starting. Does that change anything for you?
No. It might
Me
be
neither.
worse.
I'm going with the Steelers. Yeah, O'Connell
I'm
sucks, dude.
I'm just shocked that Robert Saleh was the first coach to get canned and not Antonio Pierce.
Dude, I know. Pierce is just bad. I was honestly surprised by the Saleh news. I thought Hackett would be gone, but it was Saleh instead. I was like, okay.
Well, Hackett's Rodgers' buddy.
I don't know why, dude. He's not a good offensive coordinator, but whatever. We got Lions Cowboys at 325. This one will be on. We will be watching. I'm going with the Cowboys. Give me the dogs.
Well, shit.
Cowboys are underdogs at home. Give me the Cowboys.
I'm going to go Lions this year. Sad day.
Yeah, that is pretty fucking sad, dude. That's incredible. You guys own the Lions. But okay.
Yeah, we've won the last 6 matchups.
Sure have. Seen the graphic today.
Yeah.
Here we go with another NFC South matchup. Falcons-Panthers. Falcons are 6-point favorites on the road. And we're going to roll with them. We're going to roll with 500-yard Kirk Chains.
Let's go, baby.
Yeah, that's too
Falcons
easy,
all
dude.
the way. Yep.
Absolutely. This one, I actually want to hear what you got here. Giants-Bengals. The Bengals are 3.5-point favorites on the road. Who are you taking? The 1-4 Bengals? Or the hottest team in the league?
The Bengals should probably be more than 3.5-point favorites in my opinion, but yeah, I'm going to go Bengals.
I'm going to go ahead and take the Giants here, obviously.
We know.
I'm going to take Giants alternate spread -6.5. Daniel Jones gets it done on prime time this time. Now, Monday Night Football, we got a good matchup. I think it should be good. Hopefully, maybe the Jets get something going on offense and just like, you know, kind of like the Bills did last year, get rid of their OC and just go on a fucking tear on offense. Maybe that happens here with the Jets. I don't really think so, but I'm going to go ahead and take the Bills -2.5 on the road.
Yeah, no, I like the Bills, and I like the under, honestly. The under will hit. Like, it's only 41 points, but this is going to be like a
probably
10-17, something like that. Yeah, for sure going to be an under game. That Bengals-Giants are going to be over that 48 points, I'd assume.
Really? I don't think so. Giants defense is pretty solid.
Yeah, but I think it's going to be touchdown.
It might. We'll see.
We'll see.
Anyways, guys, that is our wrap-up of Week 6. Go ahead and make sure to drop us a like. Subscribe if you're new. If you guys want to check us out on TikTok or other socials like Twitter and stuff, link is in our bio and our description. And we'll see you guys next week.
Peace.